top of the SportsMax zone for this Tuesday, and we're kicking off with football reports coming out of the United Kingdom saying that Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has told his bosses that Cristiano Ronaldo should never play for them again. Reports also say that some teammates are furious that the five-time Ballon d'Or winner Ronaldo made several scathing remarks in an exclusive interview with Piers Morgan. In the interview, the 37-year-old said he does not respect Ten Hag because the former Ajax boss does not show respect for him. He also said he felt betrayed by Manchester United and is being forced out of the club. He has also criticised the club's owners, the Glazers family, who he says don't care about the club on the sporting side. Only excerpts from the interview have been released so far, with a full 90-minute package set to air across two parts on Wednesday and Thursday. Now, if the reports about Ten Hag's position are to be believed, will Ronaldo ever play for Manchester United again? If he parts ways with United, how will this interview, plus his relatively poor form this season, influence interest from other clubs? To put it more simply, where does Ronaldo go from here? George, Mariah, we discussed this yesterday. I don't think at the time we were discussing yesterday this Ten Hag story had come out. What's your take first, George, on reports that Ten Hag has said what he said? Because it's still to be confirmed, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the sources are good on this one. He has to set his stall out that, look, this thing has come out in the public domain. And regardless of the additional information to support the headline of the clips that have been circulated, I will not work with someone who, well, remember, Ten Hag is not in the dark about Ronaldo's feelings about him, because in the clip, which was an unedited passage of the interview, Ronaldo said out of his own mouth, not on Piers Morgan's prompting, not saying yes to a question of, do you respect Ten Hag, but he said, I do not respect him because he does not respect me. Now, any coach worth his salt trying to manage a workplace of different egos, trying to get everybody to pull together, trying to show everyone that nobody has any special allowance because of your status or anything that you achieved. You are all equal. I demand equal from you. He has to, if for nothing else, lay down a marker and say, this man was openly rebelled against my rule, who is openly challenging my authority. He cannot stay. I will not lead the workplace with him in it. On another score, Ten Hag has to say, look, if I yield and allow the club to undergo a rapprochement and get Ronaldo back on side and get him back in the squad, then it is that all my capital would have been frittered away, because I then cannot enforce discipline on him in the future because he's gotten away with so much. I can't enforce discipline on any other member of the squad because they're going to say, well, how come Cristiano got away with doing this and doing that? And everything speaks to Ten Hag being undermined and being a paper tiger. Ten Hag does not want that, especially after the very positive start he's had to his Manchester United career, bringing all players in one boat, rowing in the same direction and trying to settle the football side of things at Manchester United as the other things get fixed up. So for about three valid reasons, and I'm not yet at the personal level, on a personal level as a human being, to be disrespected by someone who works under your command, for three professional reasons outside of the personal reason, Ten Hag has to let the gavel fall hard on Ronaldo not being a part of United for as long as Ten Hag is in charge.
Yeah, and I think Cristiano Ronaldo's comments against Erik ten Hag, they have to be considered very unfair, because, you know, it's not as if Cristiano Ronaldo was scoring these goals matches after matches. It's not as if, you know, when he was on the pitch, the team was performing better. So, of course, you know, to come out now and say these things without any statistics or valid reasons, I think Cristiano is being very unfair. Now that he has said this, George and Lance, and he's set himself up, of course, you know, he has World Cup, and I think he got it off his chest, so he got this out of the way so that, you know, he hopefully wouldn't have to return back to Manchester United. He's heading to Portugal, and I feel like it's important that we recognize he's heading there as a different player. He's not heading to Portugal as the superstar Ronaldo coming off of a great season. And I think that's something that would play on his mind.
Yeah. Apart from the fact that we are awaiting the full interview, George and Mariah, because it's pretty long. We've only seen excerpts so far, and it's 90 minutes. That's a lot of talking between Piers Morgan and Cristiano Ronaldo. But the Manchester United response as a club, I think we're also very anxious to hear exactly what the club's response is, even though we may not get that until the full interview is aired.
Yeah, we can only get that on Friday morning.
Yes.
Or maybe Friday afternoon after the lawyers would have seen it.
Yes.
And then written an opinion for the club. And then the club, they would have given the lawyers instructions.
Yes.
The thing is this. Cristiano Ronaldo has so poisoned the well that he can't himself stand in front of this dressing room as an equal player among his colleagues. He has put himself apart. And I can understand part of the reason for him going down this rabbit hole of criticism and the blame, because when you look at the managers he has played for, when he came to Manchester United, he was with the greatest, Sir Alex Ferguson. He left and went to Real Madrid, and at Real Madrid he's been coached by Carlo Ancelotti, by Jose Mourinho, at Roma, by big coaches, yeah? The point of at Juventus by big coaches. The point, and at Portugal by Fernando Santos, who has, well, he's a European Championship winning coach. Yeah. The thing is this, him under Ole, I don't think he was entirely comfortable. Beyond the fact that Ole was a teammate, he wouldn't rate Ole's acumen.
But he could rule Ole.
Compared to Zidane. No, but even if he was ruling Ole, to be in a team not challenging for honours would do more damage than the benefit of ruling Ole would provide. He was under Zidane's charge at Real Madrid as well, one of the greatest players of all time. So the fact is that he has on one side some of the greatest coaches established and rising in terms of building reputation who are in his past, and then he comes and he speaks derisively about Ralph Rangnick, sporting director. Who is this guy? I don't know him. Then, I mean, all right, Ole was his friend, so he holds fire there. And then this Erik ten Hag fellow coming to tell me that I have to have a pre-season before I can play, and taking me off at halftime and not giving me games despite me not performing. How dare they? Don't they know who I am? And I think, without even watching the rest of the interview, that I think that is the basis of this lack of respect for me, where that lack of respect for me narrative comes from. But we'll only be able to tell on Wednesday and Thursday.
We're going to a break now, but we still have a lot more to talk about with Cristiano Ronaldo, more from the Portugal side now, because he has linked up with the Portugal team going to Qatar for the World Cup. And we want to find out if there's been any reaction from a teammate perspective to Cristiano Ronaldo and his scathing attack on Manchester United in the past 48 hours. Back with more on the SportsMax Zone after this.